welcome to Old Ways Gardening and Prepping. My name is Teresa. I'd like to welcome you this muggy and humid evening to what we affectionately call the dehydrating shed. And well, the clearance queen has struck again, and I have ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think 8 or 9 bunches of bananas on clearance, and I was blessed to get them for 49 cents a bunch. So you better believe I grabbed them and put them in the cart. Now what I'm going to show you how to make is honeyed banana chips, and I will be using the dehydrator. Now the recipe that I'm using, I've used many times before, but it's been a long time since I've been able to make any. But and as usual, I always have to double to triple my batch. But this is the glaze that you'll be soaking your banana chips in for a little bit, so that the lemon juice will get on the bananas, and that way they won't turn so badly brown. But in this bowl here, and always remember, I'm doing a double batch. I have a half a cup of very hot water and a half a cup of local honey, and this big beautiful lemon should equal a half a cup of lemon juice. Now I didn't bring cinnamon with me. You can also add, what is it, a teaspoon to 2 teaspoons of cinnamon for the recipe, and you'll mix it all together. Let's see, let me turn the camera down a little bit. What you'll do is you'll cut your lemon in half. And it's okay if the seeds get in the bowl, because you can always knock them off as you place your bananas in the dehydrator. And of course I'm going to save my lemon seeds, because yes, every year I plant lemon seeds and grow lemon trees. That's 1/2. And this is going to be plenty of lemon juice. Now if you don't have fresh lemons, you can always use good bottled lemon juice if you have to. Make sure it's good quality and that it's pure lemon juice. Okay. Okay, now if you're diabetic and you can't have the honey, you can omit the honey. It just helps to preserve the banana chips even better. Please don't use artificial sweetener. That stuff is horrible for you, and it is absolutely not healthy at all to use. If nothing else, you have to use the lemon juice and the water, and you can add the cinnamon. And being diabetic, the cinnamon will really help you as well. Well, I'm going to show you what I do and free the bananas. Okay. And you're going to want to work fast. I don't worry about small bruises. I leave them on. If it's a bad bruise, you can go and take it off. And of course, you'll want to make sure your bananas are The strings are off. And you just put them in there, stir them, and let them set. And what I do is I just keep adding bananas until I've got a very big amount of them. And then I'll load a dehydrator up. I'm trying to get a paper towel so I can get my seeds out of the way. And yes, you can grow lemon trees from the seeds from these lemons. Alright, I'm going to get busy cutting up bananas. And I finally remembered to bring me a bar stool from the house so I have something to sit on because I'm going to be here for a little while. And once I get a really good amount, or pretty much most of these bananas cut up, I will bring you back and show you how I load the dehydrator. I'll see y'all here in just a little bit. Well, thankfully I looked up at my camera. Apparently I lost all the footage prior to this. What I've done is I've filled one tray up. I'm working on the second tray. When you're filling your trays, you're going to want to set it on top of paper towels because it's going to get messy, and it helps it to drain this through. And I can't remember what all I said, but you don't have to use the honey if you don't want to, but you do have to use the lemon juice. And of course they get thicker because bananas have a thickening agent in them. So don't worry, your glaze is still perfectly fine. And if you don't want to use the sugar, you can use, you can just leave them all natural. Please don't use artificial sweetener. That stuff is so not healthy for you, and it will make you sick. If you have to, you can use stevia, or just don't use any sweetener at all, because if it's a good ripe banana like this, they're going to be sweet. You definitely have to use the lemon juice and the water, and you can add cinnamon as well, which would be really excellent for diabetics. I mean, some diabetics could eat these banana chips, but they'd have to be ate in moderation. Okay, that's 2 trays. And you're going to definitely have to wash your dehydrator trays afterwards, because this is a hot mess. It's sticky, but it is so well worth it. Oh, and one thing I forgot to say, your banana peels, please save them. Put them in either your compost pile. If you have roses, put a couple of the peels at the, not on the base of the rose, but around the base of your rose. Roses absolutely love banana peels. If you're doing a worm bin, worms are fanatical about bananas. They absolutely love them. And yes, they will digest the peels as well. Of course, there'll be a few bad spots that you have to cut out. And you can give those to your roses or your worms or your compost pile, but don't let anything go to waste. Now the syrup or the glaze, you don't want to put that in your compost pile nor give it to your worms. Now I'm going to let these dehydrate overnight because it's going to take anywhere from 8 to 12 hours for them to dehydrate fully. You just want to absolutely make sure that they are dry. Now after they're dried, you can store them in a jar by themselves until you want to use them. You can add them to a trail mix. You can crush them up and add them to a pancake mix, muffin mix, or just leave them like they are for a wonderful snack, or add the trail mix. Okay, there's tray number 3, and I almost, well no, I don't. I'm gonna have to, well, I still got plenty more to cut, but getting close to having, there we go, getting close to having a full dehydrator. And I noticed, see, a bunch of the seeds have fallen through as well. The lemon seeds. This is simple and easy. Anybody can do this. It just takes some patience. And I have to be honest at the moment, being from the South and smelling the bananas, all I can think of, well, there's 2 things I can think of. Banana pudding and amazing bananas Foster. Okay, I got to go back to cutting some more bananas, which I've got to get all these bananas cut up anyway. I'm just going to slide my trays back over here to the paper towels because, as you can see, they're still dripping. I ain't gonna lie, it's a hot mess. I had to finally take my spoon from out of my coffee glass. And I will bring you back when I get done cutting these bananas all up. See you here in a little bit. Okay, I am finally done cutting bananas up. Whew, that was a job. I'm going to show you a quick tip. Let me read. Before I clean up to show you the final, I'm going to have 2 completely full dehydrators and 1, 2, 3, 4 bananas left over, which I'm going to mash those up, measure them out, and freeze them for banana bread at a later date. Now, when you're doing your bananas in the glaze, you'll see that your tray will start to be clogged up. Just gently tap it. Don't break your tray. And if you hit it too hard, your bananas will go flying. You just want to make sure that your trays, the airflow can come up through. I've got a hot mess to clean up, and I'll bring you back here in just a little bit. Another trick, sorry about that, or tip. The glaze, if you notice, has turned into a slurry. This is wonderful to eat. Don't waste this. Eat the leftover bananas, because I'll show you. They're wonderful. Oh, God, that's good. Never let anything go to waste. You can eat this like it is. You can put it over ice cream. It's just wonderful. And please just don't let it go to waste. It's just like one giant mass of potassium waiting to be processed by your body to make you healthier. Alright, and I'll be right back here in just a little bit. Okay, I am finally done with cleanup. Man, that was one mess. But I'll show you what I have. I have 2 dehydrators completely full of banana chips. 1, 2, 3, 4 trays in this one, 4 trays in this one. I have 2 bunches of bananas left. One bunch was hiding over there. So I will mash those up tomorrow and freeze those for later batches of banana bread. I have 1 full sack of banana peels and pieces that I had to cut off because they were bruised too bad. So my rose bushes, here's what I think. Alright, it's going to be a great affair. We're going to be blessed with a lot of honeyed banana chips. My rose bushes and my worm bins, as well as my compost pile, is going to be blessed with the leftover banana peels. And after I get home, when I get home, I'm going to put this to where it'll stay cool. In the morning, I'm going to mix that with some oatmeal, and we're going to be really good and healthy with this. So it's a win-win all around. Now, like I said, the slurry that's left over, please don't throw that away. That can be added to oatmeal. You could put it on ice cream. You can do so much with it. If you wanted to, you can mash what little bit of banana that's in there up and mix that into pancake batter and make banana pancakes. Alright, I'm fixing to cut these dehydrators on, and I'm going to want to be out of this metal shed because it's going to get very hot in here. And I'll bring you back once they're dehydrated and done. I'll see you tomorrow, probably tomorrow afternoon. Everyone take care and have a good night. Okay, welcome back to the kitchen. This time I am going to dry them in the oven, and the lowest setting that this oven goes down to is 170, which is perfect. I just want to make sure that they get dry. They were almost there, but not quite. We've had so much humidity in the air here. No matter how hard the dehydrator works, it's not going to pull the moisture out. And what I'm going to do is just separate the sticky little things. Now I have lined my cookie sheets with parchment paper. You do not want to use wax paper. they're almost completely dry. They just need just a little more help. And let me tell you, they taste amazing. Now this is 1 quart jar full, and that's the 2nd quart jar. And I have 2 more quart jars to do. And the main goal is to make sure that they are completely dry. Alright, I'm going to get them in the oven. If our humidity wouldn't have been so high, they would have dried. But that is out of my control. And you want to try as much as possible to get a single layer. Okay. Ooh, it's a sticky mess. And I will bring you back as soon as those are completely dry, and then I'll let you know how long it took. But each person's oven's going to be different. And I'll see you back here in just a little bit. Okay, welcome back to the kitchen. This time I am going to dry them in the oven, and the lowest setting that this oven goes down to is 170, which is perfect. I just want to make sure that they get dry. They were almost there, but not quite. We've had so much humidity in the air here. No matter how hard the dehydrator works, it's not going to pull the moisture out. And what I'm going to do is just separate the sticky little things. Now I have lined my cookie sheets with parchment paper. You do not want to use wax paper. They're almost completely dry. They just need just a little more help. And let me tell you, they taste amazing. Now this is 1 quart jar full, and that's the second quart jar. And I have 2 more quart jars to do. And the main goal is to make sure that they are completely dry. Alright, I'm going to get them in the oven. If our humidity wouldn't have been so high, they would have dried. But that is out of my control. And you want to try as much as possible to get a single layer. Okay. Ooh, it's a sticky mess. And I will bring you back as soon as those are completely dry, and then I'll let you know how long it took. But each person's oven's going to be different. And I'll see you back here in just a little bit. Okay, welcome back. And the banana chips are finally dry. Now they were in a single layer. I've been loosening them from the parchment paper. You hear that? Hard. That is what you want. Now they're still going to be just a little bit tacky because of the honey. And they will turn dark because of the honey. But these are perfectly fine, and they are now ready to be stored. And they smell wonderful. But you hear that? That's what you want. You want them to be dry. Now, I ended up turning the oven up to 185, and they dried for about an hour and a half. Just check your oven, because temperatures will vary per oven. Now, I will say, if you live in a high humidity area, just go ahead and dehydrate them in your oven. Because it was a mess trying to get those dehydrator trays dry. I mean, washed off and cleaned up. Last time I had made them, the humidity was really low, which is a miracle for around here, but they dried perfectly. You just never know. You just have to go with the flow and see which one's going to work best for you. Now these can be ate just like they are. You can add them to oatmeal, to trail mix. Now if you do like cookies, add them to cookies or bread or anything, you might want to soak them first, but make sure that the liquid you soak them in, save it and make sure that can go into your recipe, because you don't want to lose your flavor. But these can be ate just like they are. They'll still be very healthy for you, high in potassium, and then the healing benefits of the honey as well. So I cut up 8 bunches of beautiful bananas, and I ended up with 4 quart jars. And later on I'll pressure seal them and put them back and put them away for future use. I hope you find this video informative and it inspires you to also make honeyed banana chips. Now you don't have to use the honey. You can just use the lemon juice and water, and that way, and maybe a little sprinkle of cinnamon. I'll put my regular batch recipe, single batch recipe in the description box below. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. Thank you for watching my videos. I appreciate every one of you. Please click the like and subscribe button so you can come along on other prepping techniques and storage techniques to put food back. Also click the bell notification so you'll be notified when I upload another video. Everyone take care. Have a blessed evening, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.